Michael, you've mentioned a little bit about your smoking and a bit about your concerns, the concerns of the GP, and so I'm starting to get a bit more of an understanding of what's going on for you. But I wonder, just by way of exploring this a bit further, would you mind doing a short exercise with me so I can just get a little bit more of a picture?
Yeah.
Of what might be helpful?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Help us both out.
Okay, so if you could rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how important it is for you to stop smoking, what number would you give it? If 10 was most important and 1 was least important?
It is right up there, it would be a 10, yeah.
What made you say 10 rather than a lower number, so 5 or 6?
Because I think that it's got to a point where I've got no choice about it.
This is really serious.
Yeah. So I've got to, I mean, there's no other choice. I can't do anything other than to do it, and hope that it does actually prolong my life a bit.
Okay. And so the reason you gave it a 10 was because you feel like you have no choice. Your health is really in danger. Tell me a bit more about that. You mentioned the lung function test. Is there anything else?
What's sort of, I think the reason probably that most alerted the quack is my family history of it. So
family history
of lung cancer.
Right.
So it's. I think that's an added worry, if you like.
He feels you're at high risk. High risk, then. Is
I
that what you're
think
saying?
because of that. Although I don't quite understand I don't quite understand how whatever causes cancer can be hereditary, but I don't understand the mechanics of that or anything.
You're not quite sure about that, but you know that there is a family history of lung cancer, and so.
Yeah. I have a family history of it. I don't understand why it particularly is, so makes me so different from someone who doesn't. But that's, I don't want to go out like them. That's for sure.
Right, that's not the way you want to go.
No. No.
So the main reasons that you've mentioned from it being so high on importance are health, a strong family history of problems that may be smoking related, and problems at work with your stamina, and also you've mentioned that money's a problem as well. That's another reason why it was important. Are there any other reasons why it's important for you to quit?
I think that would be the main ones, really. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So on the same scale of 1 to 10, but this time thinking about how confident you are that you could actually quit if you wanted to, with 1 being not confident at all and 10 being very confident, where would you put yourself on that scale?
Can we go to -1?
It feels very low for you.
It is. I've tried it before. I last a matter of days and I'm back onto it. Everything is. I mean, what's going to be different this time?
It's hard for you to imagine that it's going to change.
Yeah, I mean, you would have thought if I was going to quit, I would have quit when I saw my mum pass away. So, even though she didn't smoke much, she smoked a little bit, and she used to be able to sort of get a leg behind her neck from yoga, in her 50s. Like she was supremely fit, and I saw her at the end, and that was so if that couldn't make me stop,
you feel like absolutely nothing could.
What's going to make the difference? What's next? What panacea is there that can I did say to my quack, could he put me into a medically induced coma for a few days to get past the withdrawal?
Felt like that might be the only option. That's how it felt.
I don't think they offer that as on Medicare or anything, but yeah.
So Michael, you're saying that your confidence is very, very low. Would you be able to put a number on that for me? From 1 to 10?
Confidence in
being able to quit.
I'd still be around the 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
I just really can't see a way past this.
So, Michael, thanks for giving me a number. You said 1 or 2. What was it that made you say a 2 rather than a 0? Then there was something there that made you say a little, just even a tiny bit confident.
I suppose it's my fear of death.
Mm-hmm. And that might be why it's very important for you to quit. But if we're talking about what's making you just that little bit confident, what might that be?
I suppose other people have done it, so I should be able to find it somewhere, somehow, somewhen.
Mm-hmm. So if other people can do it,
yeah, there must be something that I can tap into that will help me get past that thing.
Okay, there's got to be something out there that could work for you.
Yeah.
You're still hopeful.
Yeah.
What else? What else made you just that little bit confident that perhaps it was possible?
I suppose if there's somebody else in it with me, if someone's prepared to walk with me in trying to help that out, then that makes it a little bit more confident that someone else can, I don't know, support you in the urge and whatever. So
you're talking about someone external to support you as you're going through that process. Is that what you mean?
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
I think I need somebody to believe that I can believe that I can do it.
Okay. So having some support from somebody like me or your GP might be something that makes you feel just that little bit more confident that maybe this time you could do it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what is it that might bump you up from a 2 to say a 3 or 4?
I've never had a lot of confidence in anything. That's the problem. It's fear of failing again and again. I mean, alright, work's alright, but I've not really succeeded terribly in anything I've done. So that's kind of what shoots me. It's not just being confident about giving up smokes or grog or anything. It's just confidence in general.
Can you think of an area where you have succeeded and where you've really wanted to do something and you have actually done it in terms of changing your behaviour?
No.
Not in exercise or diet or any of those other areas where you've might have wanted to make a change and then actually been able to carry it through?
Not forever, that's the thing. Not for long.
Okay. So
it might be a month, it might be 2 months. You buy a gym membership and go for a few sessions, and then you just always find an excuse not to go back to it. You're too tired from work or whatever.
So it sounds like you've had some real success in starting a behaviour, and that your difficulty is primarily in maintaining that.
Yeah.
Right. But you've really been successful in starting it. If you think about that, what you're telling me, you've had a few instances actually where you've been able to stop an unhealthy behaviour or start a healthy behaviour and actually maintain it for at least a short period of time. So you know that you can do that then. And it sounds like the support that you need seems to come in the longer term maintaining of it. Would that be right?
It's a real sort of weird way of looking at it, but I hadn't seen the starting as being successful. I'd only been concentrating on the end result. So yeah, that is something a bit better to look at.
Okay. So maybe there's something that we can build on there, and that the support that you're saying might bump you up a couple of notches from a 2 to a 3 or 4, maybe even a 5, might come in there helping you to maintain the changed behaviour. Is that how you see it?
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I hope. Yeah.
Okay.